Hey, everybody, welcome. It is episode 24 of Tough Bumps. My name is Matt Connerton, and of course, my partner in crime in this adventure, this venture. I usually say venture, it came out adventure. That too, of course, Eric Pilcher, all the way from the great state of Iowa. Hello, Eric.
Hello, Matt. How are you?
Good. I think we're streaming to, I'm trying to figure out if we're streaming to Facebook right now as well.
I
Let
can
me
check and
see.
see if you went live.
Yeah. Oh, we are. It's working.
We are, yes.
I see it. It is working. So, for those who don't know, the reason that's a big deal is because I was unable recently to stream to Facebook. Facebook had restricted my live streaming access for no apparent reason other than I did something wrong, violated something. And of course, they don't like to tell you. These social media companies like to keep you in the dark, which is very strange because if someone does something that is a problem, you usually want to tell them logically what it is so they don't do it again. But these social media companies like Facebook and YouTube, they like to just tell you, you did something wrong and now we're putting restrictions on you without actually telling you what the infraction was, which makes it very difficult to avoid such infraction repeating that in the future. But here we are. It is letting us stream to Facebook. So I guess we're back. Not that we ever went away, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
well, stick it, Facebook.
That's right, Zuckerberg. Anyway,
We showed him.
that's right. Episode 24. If you are watching the stream live, it is Tuesday, November 24th, 2025, 4:15 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone. And to everyone who's getting the podcast after the fact, welcome to you as well, which is how most people consume the show anyway. But please subscribe on your podcast platform of choice, or if you're doing this watching via YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Yes.
We'd appreciate that tremendously. And Eric, you have some news.
I have news. As you can see below my name, if you are watching live, there is now a web address, www.pilcherspoint.com. This is where you can go for blogging, where I will be blogging about a bevy of topics, whether it be political, sports, popular culture, music, movies, what have you. Whatever enters my head, and I'm like, I could write about 500 to 750 words on that.
Wow.
And all my social media handles are now Pilcher's Point.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's all encompassing. If you want to find me on TikTok, X, or Instagram, Pilcher's Point, all one word.
Outstanding.
Or www.pilcherspoint.com. Working on getting all the classic film reviews on there and housed. That is a daunting endeavor. There is over 100 episodes of it.
Yes.
And figuring out how to do it.
Yeah, it's funny. So on when I look at my website analytics for mattconnerton.com, I can see the ones that you've downloaded.
I usually just link them to the YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
So that way, you know, they get you get some runoff here. You get the hits on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
So, and you do a good job of adding an image to it that ties in, that gives someone something to look at.
I try. I'm better at it than I used to be. But yeah, so that's great. Well, congratulations on that, pilcherspoint.com.
Yes. There will be a blog posted either today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Regarding controversy in the college football playoff.
Ah, yes. I don't know.
No, I was shocked you said, oh, yes.
So yes. The controversy, yes.
Matt, you have no idea.
That's true. I have no idea. I told you, I don't even know how many innings are in a football game.
Blog and you'll have an idea.
Mm-hmm. The information will not be retained in my brain. I won't have an idea.
Then that's unfortunate.
I'll be closer to having an idea, but the actual idea will continue to elude me.
I see. And there
Yes.
could be more news coming down the pipe soon with me.
Did you say pipe?
Pipe, pike, whatever.
I say pike. I think pipe is not the correct.
I always thought it was pipe.
I believe it's pike, coming down the pike. I think it's one of those things
Anyone
everyone
wants
just says
to
wrong.
chime in, go ahead and let us know which one it is.
I'm a
So
stickler for this kind of thing.
go ahead and just throw it out there.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
Like,
pike.
which one of us is saying it wrong?
Trust me, it's pike. Sure, it's pike. No, but no, congratulations on that though. That is very, very cool. And
It is. We have a nice fancy new logo.
yes.
My friend Marcel, who does amazing work with logos, graphic design. Anyone interested, I can put you in touch with him. He did the classic film reviews logo. He did did the Pilcher's Point logo.
I'm gonna see if I can pull that up. So people who are watching the live feed can see it, or they can just go to pilcherspoint.com. But if they want to just, because I do like the logo, you had sent it to me, and I commented to you that it's very simple and clean, which I like.
It is, and really, that's all a logo needs to be. I
Yeah.
think we overanalyze logos.
Yeah, I think that sometimes logos can be more complicated. Well, it's funny. A logo that was in the news recently was Cracker Barrel. Oh, this is giving me trouble. Why am I having trouble getting to the logo? Oh, because it's still downloading. Oh, it's taking a minute to download here. But yeah, like the whole thing with the Cracker Barrel logo was really funny. I don't know why this is taking so damn long. It's weird. But it's down to about 10 seconds, and we'll have the logo. I can pop it up on the stream. But yeah, logos, it reminds me of the Matt Connerton Hypnosis logo in that it's simple and clean, but also very clear in terms of what it is, what it's supposed to be. Okay, I have it now. Let's get that up here on the screen for everybody to see. What is going on here? Wait, let me see is this it? Nope, that's not it.
Well, that's me at Notre Dame. Matt? I think we lost Matt, everyone.
Eric.
Oh, hey! I was just getting ready to message you.
That was strange. That was strange.
That was. Everyone, if you want to look at the logo, go to the website.
Yeah, go to pilcherspoint.com. I'm having trouble with it.
Path of less resistance here.
Yeah. Go to pilcherspoint.com. All right. Very good. Very good. Well, now that we'll just leave that debacle behind us. Sorry about that, everybody. Well, should we get to the news? We got a couple news items, and then, of course, in the undercard and then the main event.
We had a couple news things.
Well, should we start with this? I definitely have a picture for.
Oh boy!
So we start with Bret Hart's.
No one wants a picture of what this is about. No one wants to even visualize what this is about.
No, that's true. Bret Hart, your favorite wrestler of all time. My number 2. He is my second favorite of all time. But he, in fact, recently did an interview where he made a claim.
Well, it was he's doing like a tour of England, doing a variety of like Q&A sessions.
Okay.
And that's when he said this allegation.
Yes. Now, do you have the text of what he said?
I he, yes. This is from WrestleZone.com.
Okay.
Basically, he said the issues between him, Michaels, and McMahon went far beyond normal backstage politics.
Hmm.
He suggested that he was caught between two lovers at the time
Hmm.
and believed Michael used his alleged relationship with McMahon to rise to the top. I think that Shawn and Vince were sleeping with each other. I'm just telling you. I think I'm very close to the truth here. Shawn and Vince were lovers. I'm being dead honest. When I look back, it's like I got caught between two lovers and I got shafted and screwed over. And Shawn was so envious and jealous of my position that he finally had to sleep with Vince to get it. I would say to Shawn, if he were right here, I would actually like to have Shawn come clean and say, look, we were lovers, because I'm sure they were. If I saw either Vince or Shawn here, I would say, I think you guys were lovers.
He really goes out of his way to
I don't.
it's actually comical to me. Like he says, and Bret, I don't know if he's trying to be at all funny, but one of the things Bret is known for, not necessarily known to casual fans, but people who have been around him will say that Bret is known for having a very kind of a dry sense of humor. And I'm not saying
This
he's kidding here. I think he's serious, but I do think it's funny the way he keeps doing, the way he says, you know, if Bret and Shawn were here right now, I would say to them, I think you were lovers. Like, that's just funny to me. But
I do not think this was said in jest.
no. I don't think he was kidding. I just think but I do think he's adding a little bit of humor the way he just the way he just deadpans that. You know, if they were here today, I would tell them, I think you guys were lovers. I just think that's funny.
Here's my here's where I'm at. And look, everyone knows I'm a huge Bret Hart fan.
Yeah,
Met
me too.
Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Really love Bret Hart's work.
Yes.
Bret, please stop. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look, we can sit here and make jokes about it, and there's plenty of jokes we could make, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, to me, this is Bret Hart trying to hang on to some vestige of controversy surrounding Vince McMahon's sexual proclivities. And because of that, I think it's very, 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 very disturbing that this is the route he has decided to go down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see what the end game is for Bret here. Because look, you made amends with Shawn. I thought that was the whole point of you coming back in 2009 was
Right.
to make amends with Shawn.
Yeah. And with Vince to an extent.
Hatchet was buried.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and say something like this. I've defended Bret with the Goldberg hatred, with the Triple H bashing, which I kind of gave a reason for, but said I don't get it.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I agree with you.
I understand it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
This is pathetic. This is, there's no other way to put it. You like, imagine being Shawn Michaels' children and seeing this. Imagine being Shawn's wife and seeing this.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hypocritical of Bret Hart to do this, because if you recall, he was one of his major issues was the sunny days comment Shawn made.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife having to go home and explain to his wife. Never mind the fact that Bret was anything but faithful to his wife, Julie. He admitted as much in his biography.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he talks about that. Yeah, he owns up to it.
Yeah. But so I always thought it was kind of weird that that angered him, because it's like you're cheating on your wife anyway.
Yeah, but then to be effectively called out, even if he wasn't actually sleeping with Sonny, to be called out for it on live on national television, which he apparently didn't realize in real time it was happening. Like he didn't even quite catch it, he said, until later when he realized what Shawn had actually said. Like at first it kind of went over his head, I guess, when that happened live.
I
But
think it went over everyone's head.
yeah, because nobody knew. Like I remember being like, huh, is he talking about, like, I remember watching that live on television being like, is he talking about Sonny? Is he
I think that was a large portion of the audience was really just like, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
What's Sunny Days got to do with anything?
And she denies it.
Oh, she said her and Bret kissed once, and she laughed because it was like kissing her dad.
Yeah.
Which if you've had intimate kisses with your father, that's probably another subject for another day. Not
I can honestly say I have not with my dad.
I have not either.
Nothing against, I love my dad, but no,
I'm ambivalent.
yeah. I mean, I just what do you mean? You want to kiss my dad?
No, I'm ambivalent to my father. So
Oh, I understand. So
yeah.
you would kiss him, maybe.
Well, he's dead. So if I
Yeah,
kissed him now, that would be like necrophilia.
yeah, that'd be pretty gross.
That'd be out there.
That'd be even more gross than
I
if he was
If
alive.
he were alive, I
Yeah,
probably wouldn't.
yeah,
There isn't anything there.
yeah. All right.
Um, but moving on.
Yes.
Like this is just cringe. That's the best way to describe it. And at the end of the day, it hurts Bret's legacy. I don't think these old time wrestlers understand that. When you say these ridiculous things in shoot interviews or Q&As or other things, anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
you're hurting yourself. You're not
Right.
hurting the people you're intending to hurt. And I don't know why he would want to hurt Shawn.
But there's always been this thing, even after they reconciled,
Bret will say little
he
things.
would still take shots at him.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I mean, nothing to this extent, but he would still take shots at him, and over time, it's like the whole afterglow of the forgive me for using that term, but of their reconciling seems to have worn off little by little over time from Bret's side, at least, where he's gradually been taking more and more pot shots at Shawn when the subject comes up, and then eventually to the point where, well, now he's saying this.
It really is, and it's sad. It is
It
so
is.
sad.
No, I agree.
On so many levels. Like
Yeah.
Bret could probably. I'm not gonna speak for Bret because I'm not Bret, but Bret could theoretically do a tour just based off stories he has.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to say these things.
No.
And I give this little to no credit at all.
Yeah.
I look at this and
You give
it's
it no
like,
credence, you mean? You don't think
yeah,
it's true?
none. Like this is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Um for all intents and purposes, we've never heard of Shawn having relations with the guy. And I'm pretty sure Shawn Michaels, there's enough people from the Attitude Era that have an axe to grind with Shawn Michaels that
That's
if
true.
something were to have happened like this, it would have come out.
However, to be fair, Bret is not the first person to ever say this.
Who was the other one?
One of the Road Warriors, I don't remember if it was Hawk or Animal, had said something about this
Oh,
before.
yeah. I mean, if it was Hawk, yeah, that's reliable.
I'm just saying, this is not, Bret's not the first to ever say it.
I get
I don't
it.
think it's true, but I'm
I
just saying.
don't.
I'm just
I give
saying.
it no. Like if he would have said like X Pac, I'd have been like, I can see it. No
Yeah.
offense to X Pac at all, but X Pac's a crazy guy.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, I
Yeah.
would have been like, do your own thing, I guess. You know,
So I think I'm gonna play psychologist here. I think that Bret. I think where this really comes from is I think that Bret is on some level jealous of the because from by most accounts, um, Vince McMahon took on very much a paternal role in the lives and careers, but not just the careers, but really in the lives of both Shawn and Bret. And I think if we think of it this way, so Vince is the father figure, Bret and Shawn are the brothers, and Bret is jealous that Dad loved Shawn more than him. Dad loved them both, but Dad loved Shawn a little bit more because Dad was willing to put up with a lot of Shawn's shit. And granted, Shawn behaved in ways that Bret Hart never would anyway, because Bret was always very professional. But whereas Shawn went through a period where he, by all accounts, was not. I think that some of this, I think Bret carries resentment towards Shawn because Shawn, he feels that Shawn was Dad's favorite in this uh metaphor, with Vince being Dad. Shawn was Daddy's favorite. Why wasn't I Daddy's favorite? I think that's where this comes from.
I can see that in yeah, in some sick, twisted world way. That makes some. Sorry, I'm adjusting my
I
camera.
don't
My apologies,
Oh,
people.
that's okay. I don't even think in a sick, twisted way. I think it's actually normal to have those kinds of feelings. I mean, that's just being human.
I I get it.
I don't justify the way he's expressing it at all. I agree with what you said. It is pathetic. And it reflects poorly on him. But I really think that's where this is coming from.
You know, I'll go with that because it makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Hmm.
But just it needs to stop.
Oh yeah,
Like the bashing Triple H, the bashing Shawn, like Goldberg, I even get. I even get Goldberg. Like, fine, yeah, dude ended your career and cost you millions. Fine.
yeah.
But the other guys, um, look, I mean, did Triple H know about the screw job? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, of course.
Should he have told you? I'm torn on that. Keep in mind, Triple H was still eating shit for the curtain call.
Hmm.
And Triple H had no loyalty to Bret Hart. Let's
Yeah.
let's let's put all the cards on the table here. There was no loyalty to Bret. Triple H's loyalty was to the company
Hmm.
and to Shawn.
Yeah.
Like if the roles were reversed, let me put it this way. If the roles were reversed and Jim the Anvil Neidhart knew that Bret was going to screw Shawn, would Jim the Anvil Neidhart, would you be like, oh, Jim, you should go to Shawn and tell Shawn?
No.
No, there's no loyalty there.
Right.
There isn't this reason to do it. So I've never understood the beef with Triple H.
You know what I think?
Uh,
Same thing. Same thing.
But
Triple
no,
H.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that
Okay.
because Vince didn't like Triple H then.
Well, yeah, but no, but I'm saying take the screw job out of it. I'm saying in a broader sense, Triple H marries into the family. he's the son-in-law, and again, with Vince as dad and Bret as the son, Bret feeling like on a subconscious level, Bret's probably never even thought about this. This is all subconscious, but it's a theory. I'm probably completely wrong, but Bret feels like Bret has resentment toward Triple H because how come the son-in-law who married into the family, now he has all this power. I'm on the outside looking in. Meanwhile, the guy who married into the family is daddy just basically gave him this huge empire. Again, that's a oversimplification, obviously, by
very
a
broad.
tremendous magnitude. But I'm just saying the psychology of it. Maybe that's where Bret's resentment comes toward Triple H. Yeah, the screw job might be the foundation of it, but then if Triple H were not in the power position that he's in, would Bret be that bitter and angry toward him? I kind of doubt it, but who knows?
I don't know. I wish I could say that. I wish I could sit here and say, Matt, no. Bret would be a staunch supporter of Triple H, but I can't.
Yeah.
And nor would I, because I don't know. I think Bret, as great as he is in the ring, he is that much better at holding a grudge.
Yeah, no shit.
And
yeah. Yeah.
I'll take the same approach with Bret that we take with someone else.
Yeah.
That you can live in a world of misery and anger and regret and blame others.
Yes.
For everything you've done and everything wrong that's happened to you.
Yeah.
But at some point in your life, it's going to happen where you have to look in the mirror and say, it's on me.
Mm-hmm.
That I need to have some culpability here.
Yes.
And I firmly, I have no issue with his bitterness with Goldberg. No issue with his bitterness towards Vince.
I think you mean Bill Goldberg.
Yeah, yes, Bill Goldberg. To have it towards Shawn did his job.
Yeah.
Bret, I'll ask this. If on the snowball's chance in hell, Bret the Hitman Hart listens to this.
Mm-hmm.
Bret, if Shawn didn't do what he did, were you going to pay his bills?
Right.
Were you going to get him a job in WCW? Were you going to vouch for him like you vouched for Davey and Anvil? No to all of the above.
Right.
Shawn had a job to do.
Yeah, agreed.
And, Bret, a few months down the road, the shoe was on the other foot. Shawn had to give up the title. He was a pain in the ass in doing it, but he did it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I really hope that history looks back at Bret more for his in-ring accomplishments than his out-of-ring allegations.
Yeah.
But with comical things like this, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, do anything to add on that, or should we move on to the next item?
I don't have anything to add. I just think it's sad and pathetic.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Let's see. What do we have else? Oh, yes. So I haven't watched it, but Samoa Joe, now I'm fiddling with my camera. Samoa Joe is the if you're an audio listener, you have no idea why I'm laughing right now. But yeah, this is
Yeah.
giving me trouble. Samoa Joe is the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. Uh, in a federation where titles don't matter.
Well, they do have quite a few of them floating around these days. I mean, I'm glad. I'm always happy to see Samoa Joe having
Well,
success.
yeah, I love Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
You know, just what do you anything I say isn't going to do justice for the guy.
yeah,
But look, here's my problem.
yeah.
And it's you that you cannot consistently hot shot your main title.
No, no, nor should you. I've always been very much opposed to that. It
I
dilutes the
hate hot
importance of it.
shotting in general.
Oh
It
yeah, me
serves
too.
no purpose
Yeah,
because you don't build consistency.
right.
And you fans don't know who they're following, why they're following you and so basically you did this, it appears, to get the belt off of Hangman Page for a feud between Swerve Strickland, who returned after the match to save Hangman Page, which makes no damn sense considering Hangman Page burned down Swerve's childhood home.
Yes.
Uh, no damn sense. But okay, you're gonna do Swerve versus Joe because Joe beat Swerve for the title in a triple threat match with Hangman. Ah, it's confusing. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Especially since more recent, Swerve was with Joe's faction. That's the other thing. AEW has too many damn factions. With his faction, the Ops, fighting against the Death Riders, and I don't, I can't.
And doesn't Don Callis's faction have like 15 people in it?
Andrade is a part of that faction.
Oh,
Good to
good.
know.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm happy for Samoa Joe, but I haven't. I mean, as far as the rest of it, I haven't paid enough attention to AEW
I
recently.
got a headache just explaining it all.
Yeah.
None of this makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. And I feel like anytime we talk about AEW, I say this. You cannot sit here and book for what you want to see. You have to book for what makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Does it make sense for a midget to run into a Mack truck? No, it doesn't. Then why are you doing it?
Did they do that in AEW?
No, I'm saying, like, would it make sense for a midget to stand in front of a Mack truck like it was Tiedemann Square?
Because I know someone who would love to write something like that, bro.
Oh dear, he probably will for Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Goodness gracious, the wheels are falling off here real quick.
Yeah. All right. I don't really have much more to say on
I do not either.
on that item. Like I said, I haven't watched.
I'm happy for Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah.
Very happy for him, but
Yes.
I'm not it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Austin tried to explain it to me why it makes sense, and I'm like, you're not you're not gonna have it make sense.
Does he follow AEW more closely than either you or I do?
Yes.
Okay, so it might well,
No.
my screen just went black. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
My monitor just went black.
I see you.
You see me? Okay, that's good. I don't see you for some reason. Trying to figure out why.
Uh, are we?
That's really weird. All right, my monitor's I just restarted my monitor. You still see me? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you didn't go anywhere, Matt.
Okay, good. That was really strange. That's never happened
So,
before.
note to self: we can never have this show on a Tuesday again.
Maybe there's some other thing. Is Mercury in retrograde or some bullshit like that? I don't know. All right. Well, maybe it's a sign that we should move on to the main event.
Maybe.
All right. So the main event on this week's Tough Bumps is War Games at Survivor Series coming up Thanksgiving weekend.
It isn't War Games.
What do you mean?
No.
I didn't say it right.
Look, it's rant time with Eric.
Okay.
This is not War Games, people. This is a WWE dumbed down version of what War Games used to be.
Oh, I thought you were going to correct me by saying it's not War Games, it's War Games or something like that. I can't do it. It hurts my throat.
It's two rings covered in a steel cage.
Oh, okay. So you're not, I didn't realize this. You're not a fan of the modern day War Games, it sounds like.
No, it's stupid.
Oh, okay.
If I wanted a double ring cage match, just call it a double ring cage match. Just because you're using some of the rules of War Games doesn't mean it's War Games.
But it is easier to just say War Games than to say double ring cage match. War Games is only 2 syllables.
Well, yeah, but it's not War Games. Okay, if you go over to someone's house this Thanksgiving, Matt, and they're like, oh, and they tell you we're having turkey, you get there and they're like, oh, we're having turducken.
Ew.
Thank you. It's not turkey. Well, it's turkey and a duck.
I would be repulsed. I would leave. I would say, Happy Thanksgiving, but I bid you adieu. And I would leave. I'd never go back there again. I wouldn't even talk to those people ever again.
I think your love of food would outweigh.
Not turducken. That's disgusting.
I'd try it. I've never tried turducken.
Look, I'm not a religious man, but I'm going to say this to you. I believe that turducken is a sin against God.
I don't think so.
I said it and I meant it. But
I don't think it would be.
I think so. But
I think God would be more cool with a turducken.
That's not theologically sound. How dare you? Now, I'm curious to know though. So because you are much more familiar with War Games than I am. Because the bulk of the War Games I've been exposed to, the quote unquote War Games, is the modern WWE version. So what is different about War Games?
Well,
previously?
War Games was originally 2 rings encased in a cage with a mesh roof over the top.
Okay.
No way in, no way out. Once you're in, you're in.
Okay.
And the rules were kind of hard to follow. That basically everyone had to be in before the match was decided. And you only won by pinfall or submission.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay.
No other way. And and look, because where the idea came from is Dusty Rhodes got the idea from watching Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. It was called War Games, The Match Beyond.
I do remember that. That's what it was called originally, War Games, The Match Beyond.
I mean, and it didn't take place in the fall. because War Games during WCW's heyday with the NWO was synonymous with Fall Brawl. No, it
Oh,
took place at the Great American Bash.
okay.
Originally, it was done as a way to blow off multiple feuds while jump starting new feuds
Okay.
within this cage. And it was a brilliant idea. And I remember seeing my first War Games and just like, man, is this crazy? It was Hulk Hogan, Sting, Macho Man, and Lex Luger
Mhm.
versus the Dungeon of Doom.
Mhm.
Um, and it was crazy. And then, of course, I went to the video store and wanted to see more of this match because I'm like, man, they're jumping in between rings and
Mhm.
guys are hanging on the top of the cage, kicking people. That was Randy Savage's contribution to the match. Savage got on the roof, held on to the roof, and kicked people.
Yeah.
Um, so it really was different.
Yeah. Who was in the Dungeon of Doom at that point?
I think it was Kevin Sullivan,
Yeah.
Shark, Zodiac, Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake.
Yeah, he was Zodiac at that point. That was one of his 17
Yes,
different names in
Zodiac.
WCW.
Um,
And Shark was John Tenta, previously known as Earthquake.
Z Gangsta,
Who was the gangsta?
Z Gangsta,
Who was that?
Z Gangsta was Zeus.
Oh God. Yeah, I'd forgotten all about him. Tiny Lister.
Yup,
Zeus. He was Z Gangsta.
Z Gangsta.
Is he dead? Did he die a few
Yes,
years
he
ago?
is. He is
Okay.
sadly passed on, man.
Yeah. So that was the Dungeon of Doom.
Yes.
So you enjoyed this? You enjoyed this match, it sounds like?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I sat there and was like, "Oh man, this is some grade A stuff here."
Yeah. I
But it
mean,
was a cool idea and a cool concept.
right.
And the more I saw, the more the danger of the match
Yeah.
really got to me because there's a spot that I will always remember that probably should have ended Brian Pillman's career. Sid picks Pillman up for a power bomb,
Mhm.
and Pillman hits the top of the cage. And
Yeah.
then Sid throws him down, and you see Brian Pillman's head bend all the way back.
Yeah.
If he doesn't push up on the roof, it would have ended very badly.
So what happens there? Did Sid just forget you can't do that move in a cage?
I think he thought there was enough clearance.
Okay. I didn't know if
Um,
he'd ever explained that in a shoot interview or anything. What happened
I
there?
I don't think he did. I'm going to guess that it's one of those things that everyone's kind of like crap happens.
Yeah. Because I also wonder in that moment, why did Pillman let him do it?
Well, I think they were at the point of no return by the time Pillman knew.
Yeah.
I mean, you're up there. You're already up there. What do you?
But who's calling the spot though is what I know we're getting granular here, but who's calling the spot and then
Well,
who's
generally heels call the match.
yeah.
So I'm going to guess Sid called they discussed it in the back, which
Yeah.
I think I know where you're going with this. Why didn't Brian Pillman say, hey, maybe we should go out and give this a shot?
Right.
You're 6'9", I'm 6'1".
Brian Pillman was 6'1"?
5'9",
Oh,
5'10",
okay. I was gonna say,
5'11",
yeah, I didn't think he was 6'1", yeah.
somewhere in that range.
I think
But
he's 5'9", yeah.
you're still sitting here and you're like, I don't know, maybe not. Someone should have said something.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
an agent should have been like, oh, I don't know if you guys should try this.
Right. Right.
I mean, that's up there with the Elimination Chamber Rob Van Dam botch.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes in these matches, you got to consider, you know, physics. Like, although I put 90% of the blame on Rob Van Dam for that.
Mm,
The moment he got up there to do the frog splash, he had to know he didn't have the clearance to
yeah,
land it correctly. And
yeah,
he should have done something else, like maybe an elbow drop. I don't know.
yeah.
But like he crouches down and he hesitates before he does it. So it looks like he's thinking about it.
But so that was the first War Games that you watched.
And then, you know, it was huge in getting the NWO over
Yeah.
because you had the first War Games that was a team of Sting, Ric Flair, Lex Luger, and Macho Man. And the big story going into this is Sting solidly with WCW?
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out he was, but he left them high and dry. And that match gave WCW, gave NWO, no, that was the next year. That really solidified the NWO as being a legitimate threat
Okay.
because you had that first match and then the NWO won. And not only did they win, they dominated that War Games.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even, I mean, yeah, the NWO cheated, which I hate saying that in regards to War Games. It's war. Like,
That's true.
like, oh, you broke the rules. What rule? You're
Right.
you're you're locked in a cage fighting.
Well, but even war does have rules. There are international it's counterintuitive, but there are rules to war actually.
Yeah,
So,
I I'm sure they're followed.
but so
But
you
then the next year you had the NWO versus the Four Horsemen,
yes,
and Kurt Hennig does the turn,
yes,
and that led to the NWO getting their own pay-per-view and no longer having to pay for advertisements on WCW television. That led to the following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
I used to
Not
love those.
anymore.
Yeah, I used to love those promos. But yeah, and then so how did you feel about that War Games?
It was a turn. Everyone saw it coming.
Yeah,
You knew.
yeah,
You knew what was going to happen. You knew Hennig was going to turn.
yeah.
Um, I don't know that War Games. I remember loving the infamous NWO parody of the Four Horsemen,
Oh yeah.
and now I'm like, that was really in poor taste.
Oh really?
Now I kind of am like, someone should have pulled back on that.
Oh, that's interesting to me because you kind of have the opposite reaction that a lot of people do. Like a lot of people didn't like it at the time
I
and look
loved it
back
at
on
the
it now
time.
and say, yeah,
I
it was fun.
I thought it was the funniest damn thing I'd seen on pro wrestling
Yeah,
in quite some time.
yeah.
Um, the best was everyone says that the unsung hero of that is Shawn Waltman as Ric Flair.
Oh yeah.
No, the unsung hero of that whole thing, he didn't even say anything. Conan as Mongo McMichael
That was funny.
throwing the football
That was funny. I agree.
and randomly just throwing up a full.
I agree.
It's like, what are
That was funny. That was
um
very funny.
in Buff Bagwell doing the behind the back towel toss throughout.
Yeah, that was funny. No, that I thought it was all good. What about it what
I
about it causes you to look back and feel it was in poor taste?
The time frame.
Why?
Um a week earlier, Arn Anderson legitimately retires from pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And a week later, you mock him in the way they mocked him. It goes back to what I said about Bret. And Arn Anderson's children were watching that episode.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah, it's heat. I don't have a problem with it. I never had a problem with it.
It's not a big problem. It's one of those that I watch it and I'm like, they crossed a line, I think. They crossed a few lines, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't understand the vitriol people have for it to this day.
Yeah.
There are people that hate it to this day. Jim Cornette you want a Cornette rant.
Oh yeah.
Man. And I don't know. I think some of the things said were a bit crass and unnecessary.
The NWO. I mean, what do you want?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. There were a couple things that now just don't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Like, my hand went numb. You know what? And I cried a tear because that's my beer drinking hand.
See, I thought all that. I still think it's funny. Even hearing you repeat it today, I think it's funny.
That now Arn Anderson had an alcohol problem, and you knew it then.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Nash knew it.
Wait, but Arn Anderson, is he an alcoholic? Arn Anderson?
I believe he admitted it in his book.
This is new. Oh, okay. I haven't read his book. I was going to say this is news to me. I've never heard that. I mean, I know the Four Horsemen like to party.
He hasn't admitted to having an being an alcoholic. He has said he has a problem with excessive drinking.
I take that to mean as another way of saying he's an alcoholic.
No. As someone that is a functional alcoholic and actually been diagnosed as such, no. Okay. You're skirting the fact that you're an alcoholic.
Okay.
By saying I have a problem with excessive drinking to a common person such as yourself, yes, that means you're an alcoholic. But to an alcoholic, you're like, oh, I'm not an alcoholic. I just drink too much sometimes.
Right.
And it's like, so it's not that bad.
Mm.
So, yeah, I don't know. But look, I'm a firm believer in anyone that was a member of the Four Horsemen in the 80s probably was a raging alcoholic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
of course.
What? A psychiatrist would probably watch their videos and be like, there's a lot of issues here.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, then it just kind of went downhill from there. You had the 1 year where there was 3 teams in it, and the announcers had no clue what the rules were.
Did they only do that once with the 3 teams?
They did that once when they realized that it was a total shit show.
Yeah, I don't know how 3 teams with 4 men on each team?
Yes, let me explain the teams.
Okay, because I don't even remember this. It's kind
Team WCW, Diamond Dallas Page, Roddy Piper, and The Warrior versus NWO Hollywood, Hollywood Hogan, Bret Hart, and Stevie Ray versus NWO Wolfpack, Kevin Nash, Sting, and Lex Luger.
Yes, now it's coming back to me.
And it was like that event, War Games 1998, was named the worst major wrestling show of 1998 by the Wrestling Observer.
Yeah. I never watched it. I've never seen it, but
I think that is when I saw it live on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I think that is when I kind of was like, WCW sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it just was. I mean, the whole card was. I mean, as the co-main event, you had Conan beating Scott Hall.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? That is also the match where British Bulldog severely injured his back
Oh yes, on the the
on the
infamous
trap
incident with
door.
the trap door that was there for the Warrior to come through. I guess they didn't tell Davey that the trap door was there or something, or even if they
Yup.
did tell him, how do you avoid, like, how do you even remember you have to avoid a specific part of the ring because there's a trap door there that you're going to get hurt on? It's just awful. What a shit
Um,
show.
yeah, the War Games match, since Page scored the winning pinfall, he received a match for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship at Halloween Havoc,
Okay.
which we all recall what happened that month.
What happened?
That's the infamous Bill Goldberg DDP match that didn't air on pay-per-view.
Yes. Well, to be fair, part of it aired.
The first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was a small part. Gave you a little preview of what you weren't going to see.
Yeah.
A
Look,
teaser.
War Games, I mean, War Games really is such a forgotten part of pro wrestling history. And it's quite sad.
Hmm.
Without War Games, you probably don't have Survivor Series because it really came up with the 4-on-4 team concept.
Right.
And you don't have Hell in a Cell.
Well, Survivor Series was originally teams of 5, and the only reason I remember that is because it had the slogan was "Teams of 5 strive to survive." That's the only reason I remember that it was originally 5 on a team. But they've tinkered with it a lot over the years, obviously.
They have.
Yeah.
I remember the year they had that all the lone survivors would be
Oh yeah.
in a like Royal Rumble or a
No, no,
final
no.
match.
No, I remember this. It was all the survivors from each of the teams in the main event. It was still heels versus baby faces. So it was Hogan and Warrior were the two baby faces against like 5 of the surviving heels. And of course, Hogan and Warrior just beat everybody and won the match. But that's what it was. That's what they did.
I guess.
Because I do remember that. I remember watching that with my family on Thanksgiving.
I don't know. War Games doesn't get the credit it should.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the best ideas to come from WCW.
Well, what was the original War Games match? Do you know? Because
The
Dusty
original,
Rhodes started War. We should talk about the history of it. Dusty Rhodes is well, you did mention it earlier. It was his concept, but do you know what the first one was?
the first War Games was at a part of the Great American Bash Tour in 1987. They
Okay,
actually did this match twice in the span of 17 days. And then
really?
they did it again October 16th at a house show at UIC Pavilion. And then again, no, this was the same match the first 3 times they did it. Road Warriors, Road Warrior Hawk and Road Warrior Animal, Nikita Koloff, Dusty Rhodes, and Paul Ellering versus the Four Horsemen, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Lex Luger, Tully Blanchard, and J.J. Dillon. Now, they alternated when it was at the Orange Bowl, the War Machine, Ray Traylor, filled in for J.J. Dillon.
Ray Traylor, the Big Boss Man, was once the War Machine?
Yes.
I don't even remember that character.
I do not either.
Wow,
And
weird.
then in the third house show, Ron Garvin replaced Nikita Koloff.
Okay.
No, wait. No, Ron Garvin replaced Paul Ellering.
Oh, I hope he got to do the Garvin stomp.
And then they did Ron Garvin, Dusty Rhodes, Barry Windham in the Rock and Roll Express versus the Midnight Express, Big Bubba Rogers, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard. So the Dangerous Alliance.
So they did this match how many times? And
In 1987, they did it a grand total of 4 times.
but were some of these house shows?
Yes, they were.
Oh,
2
okay.
of them, actually, all 4 of them were house shows.
So was the idea then? See, I didn't know this. I had no idea. So I'm wondering, was Dusty's idea, let's do this at house shows and we'll kind of fine tune it, maybe swap some people in and out.
I think the idea was, let's do this grand match to put asses in seats.
Okay.
Let's give a novelty to it.
Okay. Because my thinking was, you probably know where I was going with this, but like, was he thinking we're eventually going to put this on pay-per-view, but we want to try some different things, some different combinations of people before we put it on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think once, when it was under the NWA banner, I think they did it during house shows, and then the first pay-per-view one was at the Great American Bash in 1989.
Oh, not until 89.
Yes. Now, I'm going to guess that the ones in 87 probably aired on compilation videos or on WCW programming.
Okay.
Or on NWA programming.
Yeah.
But the War Games match was the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, the Midnight Express, and Steve Dr. Death Williams, and they had cornering them Paul Ellering and Jim Cornette, defeated the Fabulous Freebirds and the Samoan SWAT team with Paulie Dangerously.
Okay.
So Michael Hayes, Jimmy Garvin, and Terry Gordy.
Okay.
And it was not the main event of that match.
Really?
No, Ric Flair versus Terry Funk for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship was.
Well, that makes sense. That was a big deal. That was a big program.
Yes.
Okay. So that was the first one on pay-per-view.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the first one on pay-per-view.
So that was 89.
Yep. 89.
Okay.
The rest were headliners for the Great American Bash tour.
Oh.
And then they followed it up August 6th. They redid that match at the Omni.
Okay.
And then Wrestle War 91 was the Four Horsemen versus Sting, Brian Pillman, and the Steiner Brothers. That is the one with the infamous powerbomb spot.
Oh, okay. That was 91?
Yes.
Okay.
And then once again, they had it on the Great American Bash tour.
Oh.
And then they Wrestle War 92, Sting's Squadron versus the Dangerous Alliance. And then in 93 is where it found its home in Fall Brawl.
Okay.
And that was the infamous, that was the match that had Sting, Davey Boy Smith, Dustin Rhodes, and the Shockmaster.
Yes. Both the worst and best thing that ever happened to Fred Ottman.
No, I'm going to go with the worst. The best is when he won the tag titles with Earthquake and WWF.
Oh yeah, that was pretty great too.
Yeah. But again, we sing the accolades of Fred Ottman, as we should.
Yeah.
This guy has embraced the Shockmaster.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I say it's both the worst and the best thing that ever happened to him, because
I mean, he carries the mask with him to conventions.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it made him a legend. You know? I mean, God bless him. Okay, so then When did War Games, once it found its home, as you put it, with Fall Brawl, did it then stay there until all the way
Yes.
until the end of WCW
Yes, it
effectively?
did.
Okay.
There was one on Monday Night Nitro,
Oh.
September 4th, 2000.
Oh.
The last one to be held at Fall Brawl, it was held every year at Fall Brawl from 93 to 98.
Okay.
Apparently, they thought the one with 3 teams meant no one cared about Fall Brawl,
Uh
when it should have been no one cares about 3 teams
yeah.
being, yeah,
Well, that, and I mean, with more creative booking, they probably could have gotten it over, but also the whole the NWO Civil War, as I thought of it, with the black and white versus black and red, was so oddly presented and incoherent. They could have done something really interesting there, but they didn't. Instead, it was just bizarre. And
Yeah,
so,
on the VHS cover of Fall Brawl 98 is a photo of Goldberg in Sting, arm in arm, walking away from the ring with Goldberg holding the title. Goldberg wasn't even on the card.
that was WCW for you.
Hold on, let me see if I can send this to you so you can show everyone.
Yeah, that kind of shit was just an example of the kind of things that would happen in that company that you would never see in WWE, or at that time still WWF. Just really inexcusable, just embarrassing stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good.
No, no,
It is not good.
no.
Here it is, Matt.
Okay. All right. All right, let me download that and I'll put it up.
If you need any further explanation.
Let's see here. I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this image before. Let me grab it here. But this is what's on the cover of
This
the
is the VHS for War Games 1998.
that was the
As you
cover.
can see in the background, the ring apron is Monday Night Nitro.
Yeah. And Goldberg isn't even and Goldberg isn't even on the card.
Nope.
That's so embarrassing.
I mean, to be fair, Sting was a member of the Wolfpack, so he did have the red face paint on
He
the card.
did. He was representing the red and black, yes.
Yeah, but nope, match didn't happen. Goldberg wasn't even on the card.
Wow. That's really bad. So then War Games died with WCW, and then
Not necessarily.
okay.
Florida Championship Wrestling did it,
Oh,
or was it Ohio Valley? When it was either Ohio Valley or Florida Championship Wrestling did it.
Cornette was Ohio Valley, right?
Yep. So yeah, it was Ohio Valley that did
Okay,
it.
so they did a War Games. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't well received.
Okay.
But it came back in 2017 NXT Takeover
Yep.
War Games.
Yep.
They tried it at they tried it for 4 consecutive years, and then it came back in 2022.
Yeah, because there's been a thing with NXT where they bring back sometimes they bring back some of the old WCW intellectual property.
Yep.
Which I think is cool. I don't know how you feel about it. Personally, I like it. I think it's cool. And obviously, because WWE purchased WCW and all the IP, they're free to do that. That's why they're able to use all this stuff. One of the things that made that such a shrewd thing for Vince to do at the time. So I like it personally that
And
they do that.
we should mention All Elite Wrestling has incorporated their own version of War Games.
They have?
The Blood and Guts match.
Oh yeah. That's true. But
yeah, Combat Zone Wrestling has done it in their Cage of Death with those rules. ECW held a version known as the Ultimate Jeopardy Steel Cage match.
that's a mouthful.
Yes, they only did it once in 1994 between Shane Douglas, Mr. Hughes, and the Public Enemy versus a team of Terry Funk, Road Warrior Hawk, Kevin Sullivan, and the Tasmaniac for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
Wait, so the belt was on the line? So how did that work, I wonder?
The main, basically, the main event was an Ultimate Jeopardy Steel Cage match. Each participant had a stipulation which would be implemented if they were defeated.
Okay.
Terry Funk, whoever defeated him, would win the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
Road Warrior Hawk, he could no longer call himself Road Warrior. Kevin Sullivan and the Tasmaniac would be forced to stop teaming together. Shane Douglas, his head would be shaved. Mr. Hughes, his manager Jason, the sexiest man alive, would be locked in the cage for 5 minutes with members of the other team. The Public Enemy, they would be forced to stop teaming together.
Holy overbooking, Batman.
Douglas pinned Funk to win the ECW Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
So the best way to go about that.
Yeah.
Most straightforward path.
Yeah, makes sense. So you so just to kind of I guess bring us up to present day. So you're not a fan of like I enjoyed last year's War Games match.
I think they do what they do with what they have is fine.
Okay.
I don't know. I've heard Triple H's logic that, we already have a cage match with the roof and it's Hell in a Cell. No, that's a cell. This is a cage with a roof on it.
Yeah.
There's a difference. And I get that wrestling has evolved and now everyone wants to do their flippy-doo dipshit dunkaroos off the top of the cage.
Yeah.
So fine, but it takes away from War Games, because to me what made War Games cool is these guys were enclosed in there. And the only way to win was that you were going to have to you're going to have to fight it out. No one else was getting in there. No one else is getting out of there.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean,
so it's different. And I don't know. I don't like the idea of them being able to escape. I think you really could unleash the creativity of the individuals in the match if you had the roof, because then they have to figure out, how do we get weapons in there? How do we do this?
Yeah. Is that how they say it in Iowa? Roof?
Sure.
In New Hampshire, we say roof.
Roof?
Yeah.
Well, you're more sophisticated than we are then.
When you say roof, it sounds like you're talking about a dog barking. Roof.
Is you finished or is you done?
My Northeastern elitism. It comes through.
Go play with some maple syrup, man.
Yeah, well, we are right next door to a maple syrup state.
You are.
Play with some maple syrup, listen to some vanilla fudge.
Yep.
Well, any other thoughts on War Games as we approach War Games coming up Saturday.
I think like I said, WWE does a great job with what they have. I
Yes.
just, being someone that enjoyed War Games and grew up with War Games, it just feels like a cage match to me. It doesn't have that special aura about it. Like, I'm gonna see something crazy tonight.
Oh, this I don't think I'm thinking of the right thing. I think I'm thinking of something else. But tell me this: was there some sort of thing with the original War Games match where it's because you've got 2 rings, right?
Yes.
Was there something that started in 1 ring?
No, that's World War III, where they had
That's World
3
War III.
rings, and that was a mess.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
Okay,
was a mess.
okay. Because I've seen that match. I remember that with multiple where it starts in 1 ring and then
Yup.
eventually you go to another ring and it's just
It's a train wreck.
yeah. Okay. Okay. That's what I was thinking of then.
And it's so weird because the person that won that match always got injured or something where they couldn't get their title shot at the Super Brawl,
Yeah.
or they were in rehab like Scott Hall.
Yeah.
And then they had it like 3 months later than they should have, and no one gave a damn.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I look forward to War Games. I look forward to seeing what they do this Saturday.
You're convoluting my words, Matt. I'm not saying
No, I'm just saying I'm looking forward to War Games. I didn't say you weren't looking forward to War Games.
My problem is Notre Dame plays at 9:30
Oh,
Saturday night.
okay.
So decisions will have to be made.
Well, I feel like even though I'm not a sports fan, so I don't personally care about football, but I can see where you would probably want to watch the game live. It seems like it would be less important somehow to see
I,
wrestling if like Jenny and I, we don't a lot of this stuff we watch on like we're not going to be it's Saturday night, right?
yep.
We're not going to be able to watch it live anyway. We're going to be at an event. So from our perspective, we're used to not seeing stuff live. We're not going to be able to watch it till the next day because Saturday night we're going to be at an event in Terminus in Nashua, New Hampshire. So we won't get to see it live anyway, but we'll watch it Sunday.
Yeah, I'll watch it. For me, there isn't a lot of suspense on which team is going to win,
Yeah.
And that also kind of kills the aura of it. Also, the teams this year kind of feel thrown together. There isn't It's just kind of teams of convenience, not of necessity.
Yeah, but see to me though, that makes it interesting because so for example, I'm curious to see how the babyface team of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns and CM Punk
That's a
and
good
everybody and
point.
the Usos
That is a
how
good
they function
point.
together.
That is a good point. I didn't think of it like that. It's like, oh, it's just convenient. Throw them
No,
together.
there's intrigue. I think there's genuine storyline intrigue there, which is what I like. So, we'll see.
And hopefully it will probably be over by 9:30, to be honest.
Oh, what time's it start?
6.
Oh, it won't be over by 9:30. If it starts at 6.
They get over the premium live events get over around the 9-ish time frame.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I forgot you're in a different time zone. Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. No, yeah, you're right. It might be over by because that would be 10:30 here. Yeah, they might. I maybe closer to 11, which your time would be 10. But yeah, I forgot you were in a different time zone. That's part of why that threw me. It was like
that's also part of the reason why Notre Dame is playing at 9:30 Saturday night. They're playing in Palo Alto, California.
oh, okay, gotcha.
So
yeah.
Yeah. It sucks when ESPN hates your favorite team.
Yeah. Well, I don't pay for ESPN, as you know.
Yes, I am well aware. Our VPN goddess showed you the way.
Our VPN goddess. We do love her
Yes.
so, Stephanie McMahon.
Yes. You know, for this week, Matt, keep sticking it to ESPN.
Yeah,
Game.
that's right. That's
I'll
right.
change my tune next episode because we're off this week.
Yeah, yeah.
We,
What are we doing? We didn't talk off air at all, I don't think, about what we are
you
doing
know
for the
what?
next episode.
Stay tuned, everyone. Matt and I will talk about it. And if you care to find out what we're going to talk about on the next episode in 10 days, go ahead and join us.
Okay.
You know, I have an idea. You know what? I have an idea.
Okay.
Since we'll be approaching the month of December,
Mm-hmm.
December is known for a very historic pro wrestling pay-per-view.
Yeah.
The history of Starrcade.
Oh, I thought you were going to say December to dismember. I was going to be like,
Oh no, there's no reason. Like,
no.
it's so bad because then we go right into our John Cena extravaganza.
Yes.
So yeah, I believe that will be let me pull up my calendar here. Calendar. There it is. Wait. Where's my calendar?
Uh-oh.
There we go. Found the calendar. See?
Okay.
Actually, it's not working on my computer.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Calendar.
But so for the next one, you want to do the history.
The next one will be on November 30th. No, wait, that's this Sunday.
Yeah.
The next one will be December 7th.
Yeah.
And then the 14th will be part 1 of John Cena. And actually, no, we should probably do part 1 of John Cena on the 7th.
Okay.
And then part 2. And then on the 21st, we'll do Starrcade.
Okay. And then is Austin joining us for the John Cena episodes?
I got to get him the dates.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. We hopefully will have Austin Hicks joining us.
Excellent.
For the John Cena episodes.
Yes. Yes. I've yet to meet Austin, so that will be interesting. So I hope that works out. Well, very good. Very good. So we should remind people about Pilcher's Point for people who might be joining us live.
Yes. Pilcher's Point is up and running. You will get to see the new logo if you go there. It hasn't been updated yet. No blogs have been posted. Today or tomorrow, new blog about college football playoff controversy, which new rankings are released tonight. So that's why I say today or tomorrow, because I don't know if I will get to a blog.
Okay. Okay.
Tonight, because they're released at 7:30 Eastern time.
Okay.
And yeah. So yeah, I hope to be doing anywhere between 1 to 3 blogs a week. Classic film reviews will be consistently updated to include recent ones.
Mm-hmm.
So we have those. So yeah, it should be a great way for you to kind of get to see what I think on subjects.
Yes, yes. Outstanding.
And a very easy way to get a hold of me on social media now.
There you go. There you go. Excellent.
Just look up Pilcher's Point, all one word.
Yep. You can go to pilcherspoint.com.
Pilcherspoint.com. Pilcher's Point on Instagram, X, and TikTok.
Excellent. Excellent.
Or Eric Pilcher on Facebook.
Okay. Well, very good. Very good. And of course, if you want to keep up with everything I'm doing, you can go to my website, mattconnerton.com. And by the way, for anyone who is wondering, yes, the show will be live Saturday morning, Matt Connerton Unleashed. Even though it's a holiday weekend, we still go live Friday night, Retro Spectrum Radio, and then Saturday morning, Matt Connerton Unleashed. Oh, and by the way, for those who are familiar, Brooklyn Mike will be our guest in the third hour. He is a very talented musician, and listeners of WMNH 95.3 FM, which is the show that we emanate from on Unleashed, many of those listeners are already familiar with Brooklyn Mike. He's got to been a member of the extended family of WMNH for many, many years. He's been on the morning show a lot. He's been on Retro Spectrum Radio, some other shows. But this Saturday morning will be his very first time appearing live on Matt Connerton Unleashed. I cannot wait to talk with him. And his name is Brooklyn Mike, so you know he's a real New Yorker.
Yep.
Real
Not
New
many
Yorker.
of those out there.
No.
No.
And also
I did not know you still had your radio show, Matt.
Oh, I do. Yes.
I had heard, I don't know from where, somewhere, I think it's pretty irrelevant, that you no longer had your radio show.
No, still got it. Still got it.
Hey,
yep.
All right.
Brooklyn Mike will be on. And Brooklyn Mike, by the way, he's a New Yorker, but he's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Not many people, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
It's
no, he's a really good guy.
Like Thumper said, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
That's right.
Except
right.
Go Boston.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe. If you have any ideas or you want to hear us talk about something, by all means, let us know.
Yes. And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. What do you have planned, Matt?
Jenny and I are going to stay here, and I think we're having pizza.
Okay.
She gave me the option. We were at the grocery store. She said, do you want me to get a turkey for Thanksgiving, or do you just want to have pizza or something? I was like, yeah, let's have pizza. I'm fine with it.
Rocky and I will have our holiday feast.
Yeah.
New York strip steak with pumpkin pie, Grand's biscuits.
Yeah.
Yep.
So no turkey for you either.
No, but mine's still a good holiday meal. It's not pizza.
Yeah, pizza's my favorite food.
I mean, my ex-wife will be joining us as well.
Oh, okay.
Spending the day with us. Although she will possibly be prepping for bariatric surgery December 9th.
Oh.
So she might be on our liquid-only diet.
Oh, okay.
On that day, which I think is inhumane. To do that
yeah, no kidding, huh?
She has an appointment tomorrow, day before Thanksgiving. I think it's inhumane to tell them you cannot have solid food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's brutal. Brutal.
Like, look, one day isn't going to make a difference, Doc.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. All right. Well, we'll put a pin in this one. This one's in the books. Thank you to everyone who joined us on the live stream. And of course, thank you to everyone who joined Stuff Bumps in the podcast feed. And be sure to subscribe on your podcast platform of choice. It is available everywhere. And of course, if you view the show on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And that's going to do it for us for now. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.